roaring tsunamis, the ground shaking in terrifying earthquakes. These are not only fierce challenges, but also an invitation to explore the darkest secrets of our planet. Are you brave enough to confront the terrible powers hidden deep within the Earth? Let's explore this journey with Protect Nature. Explore the fierceness and essence of nature. Feel the power and majestic beauty that only nature can bring. Are you ready for this adventure? The dirty flood, like a ferocious monster, swept up rocks and soil, crashing into everything in its path. The roaring sound of water and rocks colliding creates a chaotic symphony. Waves of black smoke billowed out, mixed with terrifying heat, creating a haunting, chaotic scene. Smoke rose thickly, obscuring everything, as if it wanted to swallow the light. Hail poured down violently, mixing with the powerful thunderstorm, causing everything around to be blown away in the fury of nature. The circular swirl of water forms a towering column of water, like a giant natural Ferris wheel. The water column rose, sparkling in the sunlight, both beautiful and scary. The black flood was like a rage from heaven and earth, flowing through every crack, carrying unimaginable destructive power. The storm roared like a wild monster, blowing up everything it touched. The ferocious wind did not miss anything, turning the entire sky into a picture of chaos and destruction. Large pieces of ice crumbled, rushing to the ground in a roaring noise, like a tragic song. The terrible flood rushed in, washing away everything in its path. The water flows fast, powerful and unstoppable, pushing against trees, houses, and anything else that isn't standing. The blinding dust storm swept up huge dust particles, covering the sky, mixing with scary black clouds hanging above, creating a dangerous scene. The mountain collapsed gradually. Large pieces shattered, falling with a loud noise like thunder. Huge rocks rolled around, creating dense dust, making the scene chaotic and blurry. The water swept along the rocks, flowing like a natural fury, carrying everything within its reach. The giant block of ice collapsed in an instant. Each piece of ice shattered and crashed down with unimaginable force, creating a roaring sound that echoed in space. A circular tornado is a powerful natural phenomenon when air rotates violently around a vertical axis, creating a powerful column of swirling winds. The rumbling vibrations rose from the ground, spreading like an invisible monster. The houses shook violently, each wall cracked and collapsed in a terrible roar. Hail rushed down, each sharp stone particle pounding madly on the glass surface, like fierce blows from nature, making the space stuffy and scary. The wave of rage crashed onto the shore like a firestorm, rushing and full of force, shattering in a resounding roar. White foam waves, like the scales of a giant monster, swept away everything in its path. Soil and rocks fell from the top of the mountain like giant bullets, shattering in a roaring noise like thunder. Large pieces crashed down, creating powerful vibrations. The flood flows like a fierce, rushing and unstoppable wave. The water flows rapidly, carrying everything in its path, from small debris to large rocks. The tornado was like a giant monster, spinning wildly and swallowing everything in its path. The terrible storm came, howling fiercely, blowing strong winds into the house. Each wave of wind whistled past, as if it wanted to tear everything in front of it. The fierce tornado was like a raging monster, spinning in the sky, swallowing everything in sight. The house collapsed in the roar of nature. The walls shook, broken bricks and stones fell in a flash, leaving behind only silent ruins. The desolate water flowed like a harsh sentence of nature, washing away everything in sight. The turbid water carries sand and debris, creating a chaotic and painful scene. The sand and soil collapsed like an unstoppable storm, swaying and rolling, creating a rumbling noise like thunder. The water flows rapidly, carrying away everything in its path, from houses to trees, leaving behind only desolation and ruin. The landslide engulfed the village in a flash, like an unstoppable fury of nature. Large blocks of land slid down, burying each house, disappearing all signs of life. The tsunami came like an ocean rage, carrying terrible power, washing away everything in sight. The roaring sound of water breaking its banks echoed everywhere, like a scream of nature. The tsunami swept away everything, like an ocean rage, coming with terrible force. No one could stop it. Huge waves, sky high, broke onto the shore, swallowing everything in sight. The ground shook as if nature was roaring in anger. Dust rose, obscuring vision and creating a chaotic scene. We sincerely thank you for accompanying Protect Nature on this journey to discover the devastating power of natural disasters and the unpredictable impacts they have on the environment. These moments of facing storms, tsunamis, and landslides have shown us not only terrible devastation, but also valuable lessons about human endurance and spirit. It is your passion and support that motivates us to continue our mission of protecting the environment, to build a more sustainable and safer future for all. Together, we will continue on the path to protecting the blue planet, towards a world full of hope, health, and light. Let's arouse the spirit of solidarity and responsibility together, turning good dreams into reality.